Let's talk about the prodigals. The ones of you who have been standing for years, believing in God on a promise that was spoken over a spouse, will probably agree with one thing. You wish to know where the head of your prodigal is at. In fact, many will do anything to find out. However, in the midst of your own curiosity, you have thought, what if? Well, some of the scenarios that you have played in your head will either be confirmed or clarified on today's video. Personally, I have asked the Lord to show me where my spouse is mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. I know this is a roller coaster of emotions, and for the ones of you who have worked with me through coaching, you have heard me say this analogy. When it comes to the journey, stand-in spouses go through. You must admit that things don't come as quickly as we would like to, but God is a faithful God. And although I don't believe this word is for all standing spouses due to your own walk, not everyone is in the same journey. Let's keep in mind that your position allows you to have certain access. And some of your prodigals are still running on the streets and they are in the rebellion stage. But there are some other prodigals that have made the crossover to this side. And God has been working with them. They have surrendered and they have allowed the Lord to process them. If your spouse happens to be on the second category, then this word is for you. And for the rest of you standing, do not get discouraged because this word will apply to you in the near future. We have to discern to learn the season that we're in as well as the words that we received. This word will also apply to someone that God has ordained to join you in marriage for kingdom work. Somehow you had a relationship with them in the past or were in the speaking stages and they disappeared or ghosted you. And let me begin by saying that the Lord used one of his vessels to bring major confirmation on the word that I'm about to share. And finally, the long-awaited access is here of how they have been feeling, how they have been thinking, and what they have gone through during the time that you guys been apart. Your prodigal knows you are the one. They might not show it, but deep down they know. I had someone in my close circle of influence said that to me. Oh, come on, he knows. He has to know. And I was like, who knows? Who knows if he knows? But it was not until now that I got the confirmation. They have done everything in their power to shake you off, to get rid of that feeling of you. However, they have not been successful at it because such a feeling was not placed there by you nor by them, but it was placed there by God himself with the intention of a kingdom assignment. I'll tap into that a little bit later. If you ever wonder if you cross their mind, go ahead and smile because you do. And again, this is not your own doing. This has been allowed by the Lord. He has placed memories and thoughts in their mind about you. He has allowed them to frequent certain places where you used to go together and or places that perhaps you experienced as a first time together. And he has allowed those memories to come and play an important role in their minds. And it's all with a purpose. Throughout their day at work, they think about you. And like I said, they have tried to get rid of that thought, that feeling, but it has not been possible. Another major confirmation for me was the scent, and it has come to me in several occasions. I wonder if when he smells my scent, he thinks about me. That is indeed the case. God is using little details to keep them longing for you. Again, with a purpose. They also have been watching you from a distance, and I did a video about that. Let's talk about the counterfeits. Some of these prodigals have been in relationships with counterfeits. And the main reason for them to embrace into an extramarital relationship for the ones of them who are married has been lust and loneliness. So if this applies to your prodigal, please continue to fight in the spirit to break this bondage in the name of Jesus Christ. One thing I need to make clear before continuing is that they had no love for these counterfeits. The Lord has been removing the scales from their eyes, giving them clear vision as to what they need to do in order to be back with you. They do not want to fail this time around. They are allowing the Lord to be the center of their lives and the major foundation of their endeavors. This is a crucial part of this equation. Your spouse has prayed to the Lord for the Lord to preserve you, to protect you, and to take care of you while they are doing the work. And this is why no one from the opposite sex has come around you. This is why you have not gathered phone numbers from anybody. Nobody has asked you out. You have not been dating. You literally have been invisible to the opposite sex. This is because the Lord has heard your spouse's prayers. It was placed in my spirit that the Lord has removed the desire of you to get attention from the opposite sex. And you sometimes wonder, this is the reason. Also, in the past, you were Miss Popular or Mr. Popular, and you used to get attention. Well, things have changed because your spouse has gone down to prayer and the Lord has heard their prayers, which is, I think, super beautiful. This was actually confessed to me by my spouse, and I didn't really give it that much importance then. I think that happened, I don't know, 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I can't remember. But now it's just like it makes so much more sense. Overall, I mean, like everything is coming together. The tears you shed, the sleepless nights, the fasting, the heavy intercessions have paid off because the Lord has been working behind the scenes with your spouse. Your spouse feels some kind of way about you, and although they miss you and think about you, they do not see you with eyes of loss. They truly admire who you are, and they know you're not like the rest. You have been the push that they needed to get the work done, and of course, to allow God to work in them. This is a kingdom team for the purpose of glorifying the name of the Lord. They do love you, and they are longing for you. This part applies to the ones of you who have not been in contact with them. They have been wanting to contact you, but they have not mustered the courage to do so. In some cases, they have elaborated text messages, emails, but they have deleted them. They have been so close to dial your number, but it hasn't happened, and that is because it hasn't been God's timing. God is perfect in all his ways, and his timing is under his authority. There's a season under the heavens for everything, and your season is here now. Your spouse has also been feeling ashamed because they ghosted you. Some of them left you cold turkey, and they know they have not been there during difficult times that you have gone through. This is another major confirmation for me personally. Some of your prodigals have ignored you for the longest time ever, and they have this desire to make it up to you. This is confirmation for someone. It has crossed your mind that the least they can do is to make it up to you. In some cases, not with all the prodigals, they may be planning a surprise for you. This has been something special. They have been thinking about it and putting the details together in their mind. They know reaching out has to come with a hook, in a sense. Not because you're demanding it, rather than a way to seal the deal and make it up for all the pain that they have caused. This surprise could be a trip, an invitation, a flower arrangement sent to your home, a piece of jewelry, or a sudden visit. Please come back and testify because I would like to know. Let's go ahead and circle back to God's plans for this union. So kingdom purpose is the intention and or will of God to be fulfilled in someone's life. There's a reason as to why chosen ones are chosen. If you are a chosen one, you have a purpose in God's kingdom, which is to bring others to the kingdom. In some cases, the work is done as a team. And this is why God aligns a person, in this case, a kingdom spouse, to work along your side. In most cases, what he calls you to accomplish cannot be done until the other person enters the room, because he or she has access to gifts, talents, people, or things that you don't have access to, but perhaps you have the calling. Another confirmation is that they have been using the lyrics of songs to express the feelings that they have for you. And once they reach out, they don't care as far as what people think about this union, and they will want to make this union public. Not many people will be in for this union. In fact, you will get a lot of opposition. So I was instructed by the Lord to keep this relationship low-key from the public eye. I also heard the phrase "be ready" handful of times. In the majority of cases, they will send out for you. You have to be ready and willing to go. We have the case of David and Abigail, and also Isaac and Rebecca on the Bible. Your prodigals are ready, and it is a matter of aligning those final details for them to reach out. This will happen sooner than what you think, according to many confirmations that I received. Be on expectancy mode. They are ready to be with you for life, and they can't wait to have a fresh start. Walk into this relationship knowing that a cord of 3 strands cannot be easily broken. They are ready, and therefore you need to be ready as well.